So because of my internet issues, which we might see here, we'll see if in a moment when it starts actually feeding it to the internet. Hopefully these issues will be solved soon, but we'll see. Let me bring my volume back up. I just wanted to show where I was with my build. I am following the guide that I've posted as a link below, and but I did want to show what my gear looks like. So I'm using... Most of this matches the build guide, right? The mythic version of the build guide. So Cowl of the Nameless, Scoundrel's Leathers, Fists of Fate, which has a sorry, sad, low lucky hit chance, but it's still extra lucky hit chance over what my other gloves had. So there's that. Plus, you know, about another 30% or 35% on average damage because of the way that the random value gets calculated. You basically take that number, divide it by 2, and that's how much you're really getting. So 130%, 135%. Umbrus, this is fantastic. You don't ever have to cast Dark Shroud again. You just cast it once at the beginning, or not even at all. It just takes care of itself. I do have total armor on here because I am armor starved. Putting these uniques on robbed me of a lot of the armor that I had banked up on the other pieces that I had here, so I do have to try to recover that in various ways. I did have a nice maximum life roll here. Some of these pieces still have the old, like, end game tempers on it. I think I've tempered, yeah, this one has the latest temper, this one has the latest set of tempers, and, for like the Dark Shroud and Poison Trap duration and so forth. But some of these are still sort of like lagging behind. I did get a nice resistance here, which is another thing I'm struggling with. Moving to T4, everything gets subtracted out, and you have to push even harder to get these numbers up. So, we'll look at the board here in a moment. My neck piece, very lucky rolls, finally, with Bursting Venoms. Clandestine is really nice. I could use one more, but 4 is good. Let's see here. Obviously, Noxious Ice is great. Extra damage, chilling effect, just compounding values. Dance of Knives, defining, build-defining item, as is this, throwing out poison traps left and right, which means you need to get your lucky hit as high as you can get it, which is why it makes me sad that this rolled so low, oh well. And then, of course, True Sight, critical strike damage, increased damage while Inner Sight, which is this thing, right? Which just fills up over time, which is this guy right here, right? So that buffs that. And then, of course, Poison Traps burst, just compounding. I did really look out on a really good Poison Trap duration and a really nice Inner Sight duration. And then the values themselves are pretty good. Now, I am using Earthen Bulwark, which is odd, and it's different from the build guide, because I really love Unstoppable. I'm like, I want to kiss it so badly. I don't like being slowed down as I'm moving, because it really messes with my spinning, right? And the imbuement charges, like, it falls off, and then as you start spinning again, it sucks up an imbuement charge. Fortunately, I have, multiples saved there, so if I go out to an actual combat area, if I go like that, you can see I have 3 charges, right? So it's not like I lose the only charge that's in there, but it's still annoying. I don't like it. But so there's that. And then, so yeah, I like Unstoppable, so I get it from that. I also get it from Concealment, right? Because when you cast that, you become unstoppable. So I have Earthen Bulwark, which is cast surprisingly a lot while you're in combat. Like, the build guide says use the Berserker, Shout, or whatever to reduce, enemy damage. But this, I'll take this any day, because this is almost always up. Because you'd be amazed at how often, even with the low lucky hit chance I have, this thing will go cast. Like it'll sometimes overlap like within a second. Other times it'll take like 3 or 4 seconds before it comes back. Just random shit, right? But I love it. It's, more durability, unstoppable, beautiful. This one, also procs quite a bit. Because of the earthen bulwark being there and because of concealment, I'm also not taking damage very much unless I'm like really pushing and like with a big encounter, like with one of those new, leaf things. I forget what they're called. Anyway, but this just freezes everything and oh my god, it just ends everything. It's amazing, just the amount of damage. It it's like dropping a caltrops. It just everything dies. Let's see. So that's all this stuff. Then if I look at my points, you can see I don't like throwing smoke grenades because they mess with my spinning, just like slowing down does. Like you toss this and then all of a sudden you stop for a moment, and it's like, no, don't do anything that makes me stop. Concealment doesn't make me stop. Healing doesn't make me stop. Nothing else. Caltrops also makes me stop. It's like, don't make me stop in my tracks. So like what I'll do is I'll tend to drop this right before the boss spawns. If it's a boss that spawns from the ground, like the hag, I'll drop this down right before she goes live, and then I'll smoke grenade, begin my rotation. That way, I'm not like mid-rotation, and then I stop for a moment, and then come back up when I drop this. I mean, I will sometimes, but it's not ideal. Like, I'll drop it on the maiden when she appears in an infernal horde, for example, when people are like farming the maiden over and over, and that does get her down pretty quickly. But this is the build, just token numbers there, 3, 1. Caltrops, I have stuff that buffs this, right? The agility, the forget what the thing is called, but basically I have this, 1 point here, 1 point here. These are 3, 3, all being buffed by pieces of gear. Let's see here. Concealment, obviously, for the protection from things and being unstoppable. Exploit, malice. I wish I could buff those, but I can't. I'm missing, the right things on the neck. Dark Shroud as high as I can get it. For damage reduction, I always try to keep this at 5 stacks, but that's easy because of the aspect. And all of a sudden my throat's all tickly. Now the guide says put a point here, but I'm not using anything. I'm not using energy in this build yet. There is a build later on that, you can use energy as a thing, but I don't quite understand that yet because I haven't played it yet. But I just don't have a point there for it. Let's see. Obviously, the stock number of points here. Nothing's changed there. Nothing's changed here. Nothing's changed here. So, distant enemy damage. More damage to chilled or frozen enemies. This is only cast when I do caltrops, basically. So, which is not often, but when it does kill very quickly, which is nice. Impetus, Alchemist Fortune, so extra 15% hit chance or lucky hit chance. Every energy I spend. Now I'm not really sure how this interacts because I don't see my energy going down. So I may just remove this and just to test it. And again, with these, I don't get it. I don't get why I put points there. It's not really clear to me. I should just turn this off. I'm going to turn those off for now and just see what happens. See if the build suddenly breaks and there's some hidden thing that I'm not seeing that's, not obvious to me. So that's that. Now the Paragon, I'm basically sticking exactly to what's recommended. I've not made any changes. I am at the stage where I'm past the first tick mark where I'm like from my way to 199 to 229 or whatever the next tick mark is, because I've already gotten my 199 now, and now I'm on the next phase. And I think the next thing I'm building out is, I think I'm building to this and this, or I forget. I'll have to look at it again. I think I just finished putting these in, yeah. So now the next thing is to start building to this and to build to that, and then come up here and build to things up here or something like that. Anyway, I'll show you. And I'm using a controller because I like it more. So AX for me, and then I just hold down B, and that's it. As long as I don't bump into anything, everything just dies. Again, I don't even have to aim. It just aims itself in a way. Beautiful build. I'm not even using concealment, but now I will because I got slowed down. Because Earthen Bulwark wasn't popping. And I didn't have concealment popped. And this is T4. So I just hit T4. Whoops. Ah, goblin. Yay, goblin. So what I should be doing is popping concealment every time it's up, but I have a bad habit of not doing that. What I do is I alternate between that and doing a healing pot. So when you heal, you also stun everything in the area, which increases the damage that they take. Now, unfortunately, I did have to give up the effect that gave me health globes on Lucky Hit. So when I do use too many health globes to stun things like that, I am having a harder time getting them back when I'm like using a big run. I tend to just hold off doing that until I'm like going up against something big and nasty where I really need to stun it to survive. Otherwise it's gonna like stomp me. So like those shit, what are they called? Those Chaos Rifts. Both in dungeons and in the Hellfire, Torment, whatever it's called. Infernal Hordes. Or no, whatever this is called. The big red area. I don't know the names. Make up your own names, losers, nerds. But I'll show you what that looks like. So far, it's quite a fun build. It's not the most powerful build by any stretch. I've had Sorks just dominate. Like, next to me, like, I'll come in and I think, oh, I'm doing really well. And a Sork comes in and, like, one-shots everything on the screen. I'm like, well, that was embarrassing. But, you know, I could have played that way and I would be doing well like that. But I just wanted to try something different, and this is really fun. Like, it reminds me of the old Evade Spiritborn when it first came out, and it was super broken, and you would do, like, trillions of damage as you just went across the screen, and it was so bad that it was, like, lagging the server. Basically, but it was really smooth to move like this is. Like, it's super smooth. So I like that aspect. That's one thing I really like. It reminds me of the Gears of Dreadland Demon Hunter in D3. So there, I'll do that, and I'll stun. Everything's stunned. Everything takes a lot more damage. And sometimes Earthen Bulwark just doesn't come back as quickly. And then I get stunned, or so. Normally when I'm traveling around the world, I'll just, I will not even ride a horse. I'll just spin everywhere. Because it's just fun. It's like being in D3 with the God Demon Hunter. You just spin to win everywhere. It's delightful. Plus everything you hit, you know, drops things. I've gotten, ancients, just from spinning as I travel through the world. Like, oh, I would not have seen this if I hadn't just been spinning. So here's one. So, see, I hate that. All right. Everybody settled down? All right. So there I laid down, and I'm stunning enemies, and boom, done. Everything dies very quickly. Because I can basically, do a lot of damage very quickly, but generally I don't do a lot of damage. Right? This is like okay damage compared to some classes. It's not fantastic, it's not terrible. It's just sort of okay, but when you actually front load it like this, I take a lot of damage. Because I'm not super well built for T4 yet. Still sort of like, ooh, nice. What is it, 125? Yeah. I need to kill a few more. Just wanted to stream this and show what was going on. Oh, someone's doing the maiden. I will run over there. See how long it takes for me to die on this. Ooh, it's laggy and frame stuttery. Notice I'm not using concealment yet. Someone's just sitting right there. It's a Sork, of course, running their lightning balls. And then, yes, you can see they instantly kill everything. I mean, I sort of do want to try one just to see how powerful it is. I've usually done that in the past. Like, I either level a Sork or a, whoops. Alright, so let's go open some jewelry here. Yeah, if it had just been me, that fight would have been like a minute. So, not the fastest, most powerful build, but it's really fun to play. Like, it is ouchy. I'll give it that. Oh! And it does require you to, like, imbue, like, to make sure that your Dance of Knives is properly imbued before you cast it. Otherwise, you do damage, but it's nothing like when it's properly poison imbued. All right, well, let's go do this now. I'm not going to play a long time here. I need to take a break, but who knows? I might get lucky. I do have some chaos items. Nothing I can actually use yet. But, you know, it was nice to get some. Oh, and as far as my my chaos items, I'm using the stock, you know, these guys, and they're all at 10. So, this was the last one that I got, which was annoying. It's like, come on, just give it to me already. And then Mercenaries, I have him hired down the left side. I have her hired, and she, whoops, and she, anytime I do caltrops, she'll yoink everything in, so. Just like the guide says, so I didn't make any changes there. I was running Subo for a long time because I like getting my followers all the way up to unlock all their things. But, oh. World boss just set up its notification. Oh, let's see here. Let's go for... So yeah, if I were playing T3, this would be super easy breezy. Like, it would be ridiculously fast and easy. But I do have to be careful in T4, especially with something like this, where it's like a legendary rift. Like, I have to, like, make sure I spam all my non-spin interrupting cooldowns, which leaves stun grenades out of it, because screw that. I pre-laid down the caltrops, then I can, you know, begin. Oh, there we go. Let's go check this out. Maybe I can go do that. Now that I've seen that. Yeah, there we go. It's funny, as an armor class, you know, agility is considered an armor class as opposed to a caster class, or an int class. This guy struggles with both armor and resistances, as opposed to a Sork, where their resistances would be like, nah, I'm good. Don't have to worry about resistances. I have points for all that.
It is done.
Okay, one-handed weapon, two-handed weapons. Not that I need two-handed weapons, but I always choose orange. Well, almost always. Good lord. Alright. Alright, so let's just crunch. Basically, at this point, you just crunch anything that's not... anything that is not... anything at the bottom here.
What's still got some good in it?
Normally, I would go through and mark things, but I just want to get this stuff off the ground quickly. Yeah, I'm at the point where the only thing I really want to keep are starred items and uniques
What's left, you ask?
and chaos gear. None of this stuff can help me. Everything I have is better than this stuff. Okay, where does that end? Here.
Better than starting for nothing.
Okay, so razor plate. So like this, for example, you know, maximum life, dexterity, it's pretty good, but I would be losing all that armor, see? So it's like, I could roll lucky hit chance over to armor, but then I'd also lose resistances. So total armor and resistances is like, I just can't afford to lose all that right now. Sad.
What's still got some good in it?
And this is not any better. I'll hold on to that. I don't know what I'd use it for, but, you know, I'm collecting all the uniques here. Thank you. All right, well, that's it. I just wanted to show what my latest was. All right. See ya.